purpose of this demonstration is going to be to rationalize the denominator of a of a term that has a radical binomial in the denominator. Okay, so let's get started. Whenever you see a binomial in a denominator and you need to rationalize, and that is to get the radical out of the denominator and put it up in the numerator, you multiply by what's called the conjugate. Let me write that out. Conjugate. The conjugate basically is the same terms that exist here, 1 and radical 2, but the sign in the middle changes to the opposite, so it would be 1 minus radical 2. And you would multiply both the top and the bottom by that conjugate, because multiplying by 1 doesn't change the value of that, but it will change the look of it. Okay, essentially what we come up here now is we have some type of a distribution on the top, and 1 minus radical 2, and in the denominator we have a FOIL that will take place. 1 minus 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times a negative radical 2 is minus radical 2. The inside terms is going to be plus radical 2, and you'll notice that those will cancel. Then radical 2 times a negative radical 2 is a minus radical 4, or just 2, and we'll take care of that in the next step. Okay, so again I get 1 minus radical 2, let me just clean this up, and I'll get 1 minus 2. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. Now look what I've done. I've gotten rid of the radical in the denominator, I've rationalized it, and you might have noticed that multiplying by the conjugate is really similar to multiplying by a difference of squares. It's like a difference of squares. Anyway, let's go ahead and clean up this final answer. It's going to be 1 minus radical 2 all over negative 1. Now something to be aware of is that probably this answer will not appear this way on a multiple choice test or something. You will probably get the negative 1 put up to the top. You could get something like this, which is the equivalent form of that, which is also equivalent to this, which is also equivalent to this. In other words, all 4 of these answers are basically equivalent, and you should be able to recognize any of those 4 on a multiple choice test, for example. Okay? Good luck.